How you doing, folks? I'm Trenius, and you're tuned into the infamous Living Realm Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. Divine powers. I just love that. I just love to say that every day. How many of you say that every day with me? Speak up, let your voice be heard. Leave a comment below and let me know if you say. That's a powerful thing to say every time you watch this video with me. You're speaking that divine powers will always work for you. As long as you're trying to do the right thing, and then you will see divine powers work for you. Even that is an affirmation. So thank you, universe, for giving us such an affirmation that will help us understand more about how you are able to provide and give us the things that we need in our life as long as we do the right thing, right? So let's get right down into it, folks. So I've been doing a lot of research lately, a lot of observations, studies, just trying to look through people, with my third eye. I'm pretty sure we can both agree to disagree that even with our eyes closed, we can still see things in the theater of our mind and in our imagination without even having our eyes open, right? Because we're those awakened people. Aren't you a conscious person? All right, so I think we can talk in a different language, especially being that we're about to come into a new year, 2019. Safe to say that the way we've been taught on how to make money, it just don't work for us, folks. It just don't work for us. It didn't even work for the people that taught us how to make it the way they wanted us to make it. Do it. It don't even work for them. But we have the new secret ways right here, right now. Now, like I said, there are 3 levels to making money. And so what I've been doing, and the way I've come to that realization is I've been studying millionaires, billionaires, multi-millionaires, people that like to play in the casino, people that like to play dice. I've understood why people like to borrow money from other people. What's going through their psyche and why they like to borrow money from other people. People with addictions. How is it that they're able to scramble up so much money and then at the end of the day never still have enough money for themselves? People that work super hard, people that get a big paycheck, but at the end of the day they still can't even give you no money to help you out. You know what I'm saying? I've observed it all. I observed people that stay in the hoods and have to sell drugs to make a living for their family. How can they go out and make money so fast, but at the end of the day, they still staying in the hood? Why do they want to stay in the hood? Why do they feel like they're stuck in the streets or trapped in the streets? So I've come to this realization, folks, there are 3 levels. Now, in this video, you can determine which level you are on. Okay, so I'm about to explain all 3 levels. Now, level number 3 is the bottom level. Level number 3 is the level that most people are on. This is what I like to call the masses. The masses. This is that 99% of people in the whole wide world are on this level. Now, this level is called the material level. Okay? Put it like this. I'm pretty sure we can both agree to say, you know what? There's a physical world and there is a spiritual world, right? Okay, now in this physical world, it's all about seeing. It's all about material possessions. It's all about, oh, if I see that, then that is what's true for me. This is how most of the masses think. Most of the masses think with their 2 eyes. They don't think with their brain, their mind. They will more so rather think with what their eyes see and say is true. That's what they believe is true. And so they go back and do the things that they see and think is what is right. When really what they see is not always true. What you see is not always true. You can watch something on television and it just be fake as all outdoors. Like Donald Trump say, fake news. It could be fake news. It appears to be true, but it might not be true to a person like me and you who are able to see the world with our inner eye. Understand? Now, one thing you got to understand about this material world, level number 3, is that most people that operate in this mentality live their lives trying to scramble for money. They scramble for money. They feel like they got to beat the next person to the punch because they feel like all the punch is going to run out. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of people that look at your fancy cars and they say, oh, man, that's a rich person in that car, but I ain't rich. That's what they thinking it to themselves subconsciously. They think subconsciously, since they are not rich, whoever is driving a new Mercedes-Benz is rich. Oh man, all those Republicans are rich. You see what I'm saying? All those Democrats are poor. That might not be true. I know some Democrats that's well off, better than me and you. You know what I'm saying? And these people, the masses, live their whole life, most of the time, from paycheck to paycheck, from paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, depending on something so far and extensive as a 401k that they don't even know that they're going to see or to arrive at one day. You putting that trust in something that is very far-fetched because maybe that's the only way that somebody taught them on how to make money. Like I said, there are 3 levels of attracting money, and this is the first level, the material level, living on a fixed income. Who fixed your income? I don't want nobody to fix my income, and you know why? Because they might not fix it to the way that I want it. So I don't want to have to go do some type of work that somebody fixed my income for me to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's level number 3, the material world. You know, now one thing you got to understand about people on level number 3, since it's so many of them, they have a collective consciousness of thinking, right? Now, this collective consciousness is huge. It's like radiation spread it after an atomic bomb has dropped. Everybody gets affected by radiation, and everybody who's affected by radiation has a chance of contaminating and affecting you. You feel me? So it's most of the time, the reason why people cannot get out of this bucket is because there's so many crabs trying to pull them down. Because once you're thinking different, this collective consciousness of people, this 99% of people who live on the material level, they will despise you. They will reject you. They will say you're wrong. They will say you're not like us. They will say, don't go listen to what Trenius has to say. Oh, why you listen to all that fancy stuff? You know, oh, why you think so big and so broad? See, people that's living on a material level, the reason why they still on a material level, and most of the time they will stay there, is because they deny the fact that they can use their mind. Their mind. See, these people would more so rather live in the physical than the spiritual. Like I said, there are 2 sides to this ball game, folks. There's a physical world, there's a spiritual world. But the only way you get into the spiritual world, folks, and begin to attract money from a spiritual point of view is if you be conformed to change by renewing your mind, folks. You gotta renew your mind. You have to renew the thought patterns that they taught you and told you was right into the thought patterns of who you truly are, which is your spiritual self, which is your higher self. And the more you begin to renew your mind, study, read, self-development, anything that you got to do to start making you think positive, to start making you think thoughts of abundance, to start making you think rich thoughts versus, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough to have that new G-Wagon Mercedes. I'm not worthy enough to have that Lamborghini. That's for rich people. Renew your mind, folks. Renew your mind, and then you can work from being in the material world, and you will start to understand how you are able to attract money from a mental point of view. See, I'm attracting money from a spiritual point of view. I'm attracting money from level 1, folks. I let level 3 go a long time ago. I let it go and live. I ain't never looked back. Now, it was scary. It's going to be scary because you're going to be, you know, walking into the unknown. You're going to be doing something that everybody else is scared to do. But you will only get out here in the sea to find out that there is nothing to be afraid of. You know, like I said, it's just like jumping out of an airplane, skydiving, all to be like, wow, it's just blissful. I'm just floating. Like the wind is carrying me. I got a parachute on. I didn't know I had a parachute on and a pair of wings. Wow, I really have wings. You know, so keep this in mind, folks. So I want to talk to you next about level number 2. Okay, level number 3 or 2 of the 3 new secret levels of money that they don't tell you about, folks, is what I like to call the midway level. The midway level. Yeah, let's call it the midway level. I just thought of that. Now, this level of people, of what I observed in my study of looking through people and why they do the things they do, These are your people that, like, let me say, drug dealers. They're very good at making money, man. They have an ambition and a motivation to go out and make money for their family, to feed their families. You know, same thing with people that play lottery, or same thing with people that place bets. Like I said, people that roll dice, gamblers. These all people that's on level 2. Okay, even your big time money makers, your 6-figure money makers, people that have really good jobs at the bank. You know, these are people who have like a second hustle. You know what I'm saying? All these people are on level 2. Now, reason why I call it the midway level is because they're in between the material level and level number 1, which is the spiritual level, the psychological level. They're in between it. They're in that midway point. In other words, this is the new middle class. Nowadays, it's either you don't got money or you got money. But this is the new bracket for lower class, middle class, and higher class. Now, we're going to call it the midway level class. These people, they don't know that they are using psychological powers to attract money. You know, they don't know that they're using their brain power to attract money. They don't know that they believe that they will receive money tomorrow, because in that moment, that day before, they was in a position of struggle. And so these people have like a strong willpower, a strong mentality that, hey, tomorrow I'm gonna get out here and get this money. And it's funny because they always get it. See, they're using level 3 just a little bit. But you know, they don't have the time to think about stuff like this. They don't have the time to think, man, am I mentally attracting money into my experience? Only thing these people know is hustle. Hustle, 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 hustle. Now, I advise some of y'all out there who still on level number 3, and ain't a shame if you still on the material level. Don't be ashamed. This is all a learning process. It's all about growth. I advise you to be like some of these people. Now, one of my persons in my family, man, I can go ahead and say it because I know they probably ain't watching this video, because they doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. And they out there trying to get it, which is my father. My father was a hustler. He always knew how to make money. And I think I got a lot of that from my father. But my father is the type of person, he's on a midway level. You know, he knows how to make money. You know, he knows how to put himself out here and get himself involved in all kinds of things. Next thing you know, he come back with money. It's like, how do you do that? You know, he knows how to take the clothes off his back and sell them to somebody else and make money. How do you do these type of things? You know what I'm saying? But this is the midway level. People are out here attracting money, you know, into their experience, but they have no knowledge that they are really doing it. They have really not a lot of spiritual knowledge. You know, but at the same time, they won't conform to the material level. You know, they understand the material level. These are the people that don't want to have a job. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that like, nah, I'm good. These are the people that walk off your jobs and be like, man, forget you, boss. Like, and they go out here and get right back to finding ways to make money. If that is you, then you are on the midway level. Okay, that means you're so close to being a multi-millionaire, which is what I'm about to talk about right now, or even a billionaire. Now, people that are on level 1, you can be on level 1 today if you just stop doing the things that you see with your 2 eyes. I should say, if you stop believing the things that you see with your 2 eyes. If you stop believing the things that you see with your 2 eyes and you realize that this is a spiritual world, and you bring only into your experience how you see yourself. Your self-image of how you see yourself, folks, is what you attract into your life. Now, people who are on the spiritual level, people who are on the psychological level, folks, they really feel like they are rich. Donald Trump feels like he's rich. So I want you to say, I am rich. I am rich. You know what I mean? Bill Gates will say, I am rich. You know, Warren Buffett, I am rich. This is what these people think in their subconscious mind. You know, you can take all the stuff from them that they have, that they possess, all the money from them. It don't matter. Next week later, they're going to still be attracting money because it's in their subconscious mind that they are rich. You know, and you can't tell them otherwise. You know, I observed this man who I follow on YouTube. His name is Producer Michael. You can look him up. But I've been observing this guy for quite some time now, for about a month. Now, this guy, he makes his videos on luxury and money and all this and that. And he goes out to shops and buys clothes and buys watches. Now, this is what he do every day. Advertise big-time, multi-million-dollar homes. And just buying stuff. And I ask myself, man, this guy never runs out of money, man. He be in there buying $13,000 watches. Then he go to the dealership and get a $220,000 car. Then the next video he come on, he go buy a yacht or something for like $30 million. I'm like, this dude never runs out of money, man. Who is this guy? I ain't never known no producer who make money like that. I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta, and I ain't never even heard about nobody being such as a rich guy as he is. That he a producer for who? How? What? But you know what I noticed about him? You know what I noticed about him when it comes to the law of attraction, folks, and when it comes to the levels of money and how your energy and your attitude and the way you feel about life, that's what gravitates money into your experience, or gravitates money towards you, folks. It's the way Producer Mike sees himself. Now, every time he's talking, he's always talking in positive energy. As a matter of fact, people in the comment section, they always say, oh man, Producer Mike, you're so humble. Oh man, you're such a humble person. It's funny how a man can just drop $20,000 on a brand new watch, and I'm over here scrambling on making $20. You know what I'm saying? That's because you on a material level. Producer Mike is on a spiritual, psychological level. He understands the only thing that he has to do is keep his vibration high. He knows that the only thing that he has to do is stay in a high vibration, you know, and just think positive about everything. He loves himself. He's always out buying new clothes in the shops and the malls. And, you know, he don't care about what people, do I look good in this, says Producer Michael. Do I look good in this? You know, and he really loves himself, and you can see self-love in him. And in return, that creates self-sufficiency. That creates self-sufficiency. But anyway, back to the levels. Now, on this level one, on this attract the money to you psychologically, there is no fluctuation. That means if the economy go down, the stocks go up, it don't matter. If prices are too high one day, gas prices too high, whatever. You know how people on a material level, they see these things, it's like, oh my God, I can't afford that. Oh, the gas is going up. Oh, stocks is down. Some of you stockbrokers out there, some of you traders, y'all got to stop looking at the market as like something that's controlling you just because it go up and down. You got to get on level number one. You got to have a psychological understanding about how to trade, folks. There is no fluctuation on this level. Money is abundant on this level. Money just flows. Money's always flowing everywhere, but these are the people who knows that. And these are the people who accepts the fact that abundance is flowing at all times, and they can have some. They have the right to have some. And so they're in return, they're happy about it. And they show that energy, and they show that gratitude, and they attract that money to them because they know it's flowing. They know it don't matter what's going on out here. Prices go up, prices down. They know that if they see something expensive, that don't mean that they can't buy it. It just means that they need to make or bring in some more dough in order to get it. They won't look at it like, oh, it's too high. I can't afford it. That's high. You know, so many people say, that is so expensive. Why? Because you can't afford it? Okay, go find a way to make some more money so that you can afford it. It's as simple as that. But a lot of people talk like that out of a state of lack, as though they will never be able to afford something of great expenses. You see what I'm saying? This level is the way, even from the scriptures, like the Holy Bible, this is the way even Jesus thought. A lot of people in the Bible, if you read stories in the Bible, a lot of people, you know, mocked and fetched rocks at Jesus and didn't like Jesus because he lived his whole life, you know, on a psychological level where what he was seeing, he was not believing. Some of y'all live in realities or whatever, and you just keep giving into the negative things that you see in your reality. So it's continuously holding you restraint, holding you back, holding you down, because it's not about what you see, folks. You got to be not conformed to this world. And you got to start thinking inside your mind and attracting things to you using your mind power. Don't be like the material people and don't want to use their mind power. Only thing they know is just, hey, I'm going to live a fixed income and I'm going to let somebody write my check for me. I don't deserve to write my checks. I don't even believe in people that want to write their own checks. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a person like Jesus. You got to have a high consciousness so high that people don't understand why you doing the things that you doing. And, you know, referring back to Jesus, that's what a lot of people in the Bible, how they treated him. He done things on such a high level of thinking that it's like people was like, huh, why is he doing it that way? We never done it that way. Well, we never done it that way, so how can he do it that way? You know why? Because Jesus wasn't worried about what nobody think about him, because he was only remembering that, you know what, what's important is how I see myself, how I think about myself. He was walking in his own path. And so that's what you got to do. Listen, folks, you got to get out of the habit of listening what other people tell you, because they could be on level 1. You know, they might be on level 2. If you know what I'm telling you and confirming right now is true, folks, the way to attract money, you know, in these new times, it's all about energy. It's all about what you see in your mind's eye. It's all about what you can visualize. How you see yourself is the experience that you will attract. Things attract according to how and what you see and think about yourself. Everything that comes into your life today, folks, is coming into your life because that's just how you see yourself. So life is going to present itself to you. Life is like water. It's going to flow to you according to how you see yourself. Like if you see yourself like this, life is going to go to you like that. Life, if you see yourself like this, you're going to really, really big. You're going to run into people that's doing things that's really, really big. If you see yourself multi-millionaire, you really believe it. Can't nobody tell you that you ain't no multi-millionaire. You walk like a multi-millionaire. You talk like a multi-millionaire. You behave like a multi-millionaire. You smile like a multi-millionaire. You dress like a multi-millionaire. Then you're going to have people that act and treat themselves the same way as how you treat yourself. You attract your experience according to how you see yourself, folks. Your self-image. Your self-image. Some of y'all out there, you don't think that you deserve anything. You don't think that you're valuable. Okay? Well, you know, when your bank account starts looking funny and you ain't wonder why you ain't got no money, because money don't want to come to you because it sees how much value you're worth. You know what I mean? So set the bar high, folks. Set the bar high. You know, and always think about yourself in such a positive light. Self-love is the best love, folks. Love thyself, know thyself. You know what I'm saying? And then you will see how God personality is able to work through you. You know what I'm saying? Because, folks, God, the universe, don't have no personality except by man, through us. You know, we're the only way to be able to express that energy. We are. That power that's in us, that universal power, folks. So, you know, it's unlimited. It's unlimited, untapped potential. However you think about yourself, that's what you're going to get. You could be dead broke right now, don't have no money. It don't matter what you see with your 2 eyes. It don't matter what's going on right now, because you are given the keys and the power of your mind to change it by thinking in your mind, visualizing what you want to experience, the things that you need, and just believing that you're going to receive it and know that it's going to come, and then carry yourself as though you're going to get the money. Carry yourself as though it's going to happen on perfect timing. And I can guarantee you, folks, you won't never have nothing to worry about ever again. You'll always be operating on level 1. You understand? And it'll just come to you, folks. It'll just come to you. So thank you so much for tuning in, folks. This is the new economy. These are the 3 new secrets of money that they don't tell you about. The secret law of attraction. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, folks. I'm Trenius Henderson. If you have not subscribed, folks, make sure you subscribe up here by placing my little face icon. That's me. Also, if you want to talk to me one-on-one, I am a life coach, folks. I am your life coach. I can help you manifest practically anything, just like I do the rest of RAM team members. But also, I have a lot of people that are doing the Vortex. The Vortex is where you get to manifest whatever you want to manifest in a week's time, even 2 weeks' time, folks. And I'll help you to the best of my ability for you to manifest whatever you want, Vortex fast. And if you want these services, or if you want to connect with me one-on-one, folks, just look in the comment section. And look, if you'll find my email at the very top of the comment section. Now, with that being said, folks, make sure that you write in the comment section an affirmation confirming I am rich. Right there, I am rich. We're going to keep confirming it. Check out this next video. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.